All right, we're here on another commercial job. We're running a 400 amp circuit. One second, let me turn you around. From one end of this shop, completely down to the other end, way down there. We're going to be using 3-inch EMT conduit. We're going to be setting 400 amp fused disconnects. We're going to be coming off of an existing 800 amp fused disconnect for the main service. We're going to utilize the tap rule to do that with, and I'm going to show you kind of what we're looking at here. We're hanging this box first. To hang this box, we're going to use unistrut. Turn you around. Use unistrut feet bolted on 3/8 into this square D disconnect. We're going to go through these holes. I've already measured from the base to the center of this hole. It's 9 1/4. Up to the other one is 41 1/4, and I've measured in between 17 1/8. I'm going to put a ledger piece of unistrut across here to support the bottom of this, to rest it on when we get it in place. We're going to concrete this to the floor with some anchors, and we're going to have spring nuts already installed here. Probably going to drill a couple more into it to support it as we go. But yeah, that's part of it. All right, we've got a frame built. See it back here? I had that pipe in the way right here, and so we built the frame. Let me turn you around. And it is right on the floor. Got those concrete anchors, got those feet, got double strut nuts coming up, and we're going to try to hit it on this big baby. It's heavy, 400 amp. Maybe I'm just a wuss. All you guys are a lot tougher, ain't it? Huh? All right, I don't have a film guy, so we're just going to have to see it after the fact. All right. Something else before we try to hang this thing is you want to make sure that you've got all of your crap in the bottom of this disconnect, where you're not trying to reach for it in your pockets, especially if it's just two of you struggling to put this thing in. So we got our 3/8 bolts. I went ahead and did double washers. I got my socket set, and I've also got a Phillips screwdriver, so that if we get it up here and those spring nuts are off just a little bit, we can take that Phillips and adjust them so that we can be right in the hole for our bolt. You ever do that? It's the way, boys. You put it holding right on the spring nut. Look at that. Huh? Take that to your boss and show it to him. All right, it's 3 hours later. No, I'm just kidding. It's about 10 minutes, 5 minutes. We got it up there. Look here. This is a tip. Put you a piece of strut or two. We did 2 because I was worried about the weight. But like a ledger for that thing to sit on, all you gotta do is get it lifted up past there. And if you measure out those spring nuts just right from inside, I measured from inside when it was on the ground, down here to here, 9 1/4, and then you don't see it, do you? That's stupid. 9 1/4, and then added a 1/16 to it on the strut, just for the metal. And then measured from here to that one, and then you measure in between the two, 17 3/8, center to center. So you get your frame center to center, 17 3/8. I put that together with a piece at the top, okay? 17 3/8, and then I anchored it to the wall, and I got L brackets up here holding it to a purlin that's in here. She's solid, and now we're going to start piping it in. All right, so we've got the cabinet hung. Look inside this big guy, square D, baby. Look at that. It's very heavy. I mean, for a girl, it'd be very heavy, right? But we got a rack kind of built, and behind it, just let me turn you around. Got that rack built, okay? And we got it spring nutted in the factory holes, which lined up perfectly. We got it conduited for the line coming out of that disconnect. It's kind of open over there. See that? It's 2.5 inch EMT. We got a strut strap anchored to the ground. Everything's pretty solid. We built this one out. 8-inch pieces, spring nutted all the way. And then we've got a piece stubbed up high, 3-inch, ready to take it to the other end of the shop, down that rack when we get to that point. But now we're just waiting on a couple lifts to get here, and we'll take a few more videos and keep it rolling. Have a good day.